Hey, do you know what the creek is? Do you know what the creek is? Oh, okay. Hey, what is up guys? Skiddy Fishing here, and today I am fishing a brand new creek and I'm fishing a brand new tenkara rod. This is the Keiryu Rod Co. Ansel or Ansel, I'm not sure how to pronounce it, but it is a 10.9 foot fast action tenkara rod. And we're gonna be talking about kind of how we feel about this rod today. Fishing this brand new creek. We'll see if there's any fish, if they're willing to bite. It is still early summer, actually technically late spring. So I've been waiting patiently for runoff to get to a certain certain condition. But anyway, Keiryu is similar to tenkara, but it's also slightly different. We'll kind of break that down a little bit as well. And with that being said, let's see what we can catch. All right, everyone, I am at the creek. This is my first time. Fishing this creek, but this is my second time attempting to fish the Ansel rod. So I think I'm gonna cut real quick while I'm walking down here to a scene where I caught one fish last week, and I drove a good 2 hours just to catch one fish due to the runoff kind of being I mean, the water was clear, but the water was way too fast and way too high. And I caught a stalker rainbow, so I'll kind of show you that real quick. All right. If the nymph won't draw one out, nothing will. Gotcha! Yes! There are fish! Oh! All right, he's in a pocket. I don't know how I'm gonna get this guy. Oh, gotta be careful. And he's wrapped around a log. Shoot, guys, shoot. Oh no, I think I lost him. Oh, dang. I don't know. I feel like 80% chance he's not on there anymore. Got wrapped around that twig. Oh no, he's still there. I think. Got him. Yes. Woo. All right. I mean, that is about as stalker of a rainbow as it gets. Ah. All right, guys. Whew. That was pretty overwhelming. So first fish on the Ansel is at 6 and 7, so 13 inches. It's not bad. I mean, I wouldn't say it's a beautiful fish. This water is frigid. It's definitely a stalked rainbow. I mean, technically all are, but they're not wildly reproducing. You can see his fins are kind of chewed up here and stuff. There it goes. Wow. All right, and welcome back to the creek. So the trout I'm expecting to catch today are going to be cutthroat trout, Bonneville subspecies specifically. That is what I believe to be residing in this creek, but we'll find out. All right, I'm on the left side here. I'm feeling insanely optimistic about this particular run. If I can even cast to it. This could be nymphing waters today if they're all held up in these deep runs. That's the tricky thing about being in waters that you've never really explored. You just don't know. You don't know if you're going to run into a bunch of these, or if, you know, I'm going to rig up to a nymph and then all of a sudden everything after is just shallow and fast. Oh yeah. Yes. Dope. Dope. That's a big one. That's a big one. Oh, that is fun. These are barbless, so I gotta be super careful. Wow, the head shakes on this, guys. Yes. Look at that, dude. Wow. Now that is a first fish. A first fish to catch. Wow. I don't know if that sets the pace or the standard for today, but geez, guys, that's got to be 13, maybe 14. I'll get my hands wet here to take out the Kebari. This is a male too. He's got very sharp teeth. Wow. That is so cool. All right. This is a picture-worthy fish, but try to take it. Oh, there he goes. I knew it. All right. I don't plan to take pictures of a lot of fish today, but when you catch a 12-incher on your first one of the day, wow. Wow, that was amazing. I wonder if I got a picture of that off the GoPro. I'll be honest with you guys, if more runs like that are holding fish upstream here, I'll just switch to a nymph. We'll see though. I mean, that was such a clean take. I loved that. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh no. There we go. There we go. Okay. Let's just not even jinx it. We'll just trust the process from here. Just a little guy. Hand is wet. This is the very next run from the very first fish. Oh my goodness, buddy. You are so wiggly this morning. All right, I know. I'll get you back in. Look at that. That is so awesome. Whatever you do for the love, please do not swim downstream. You should swim upstream. There you go. There's some big fish down there that might want to eat you. And you are the future. Heck yeah. All right, so it's really early to get some like full impressions on this rod, but I'll tell you this. Just based on that rainbow that I kind of cut to at the beginning, and also like the current that it forced me into, this rod has a serious backbone on it. I'd say it's a really good nymphing rod in general. The more weight that you put on it, the more balanced it's gonna feel. And that, to me, that kind of makes sense, right? I mean, Keiryu and tenkara are as much of the same as they are different. I'm not here to get super technical and force the nature of Keiryu into this rod, but Keiryu is a little bit more, I think, nymphing. You know, when people say that tenkara is contact nymphing or like glorified Euro nymphing, yeah, I think by definition that's a little bit closer to the Keiryu style, more or less. Not like exactly to the T, but But with that being said, this rod does seem to favor weight on it. And speaking of weight, it's not like obnoxiously heavy, but I mean it's heavy. You definitely feel some of the weight. But that kind of counters the, you know, the idea that you kind of do want to add some weight to the front of it to balance it out. So I'd say aesthetic wise, it's beautiful though. I actually kind of like these blues, these offsetting blue colors. And I also really kind of like tenkara rods that don't have cork handles. I don't actively seek them out, but I kind of, to some degree, think it's my favorite style of handle. And I'm genuinely not saying that. I have a couple reasons for it. Yes, 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 yes. Yeah, dude. I have a couple reasons for that. Number one, oh, the fly's already out. Courtesy of Barbless. Sheesh. I know. You'd already be in the water, dude. You'd already be in the water. There we go. Got to get you out of the sunlight. Bonneville cutthroat, for some reason, just they look like stalker fish in the sun, but when you gotta get them in the shadows, you see some really authentic patterns. Shoot, what was I saying? Oh, first off, guys, I mean, it's, oh yeah, yes. I gotta just keep talking. Oh my Lord. I don't even dare take another step up. That one's freaking awesome. That one's really pretty. Let's get you over here. Gosh, it's like as I just talk and fish, I'm already 4 fish into the morning so far. What an incredible start, guys. I mean, these are all clean takes. That tells me this spawn is over. Look at that. State fish of Utah, guys. I could not catch enough of those. Anyway, sorry, going back to the handle. The handle is where it's not cork. I feel like you feel vibrations and stuff a little bit more as a result of that. And I think that's possibly why I like it, and maybe why someone who maybe really does want a nymph with a Keiryu rod like this one, that seems a little more like tenkara feel, might prefer a rod without a handle. Because if you're just feeling the bottom, you're bumping the bottom, you're bumping vegetation and stuff, well, you know, that energy is gonna transfer up the line into the carbon fiber better than anything else. I'm coming up on the next run. I see a pocket to my left and a pocket to my right that seem the most fishy, other than the little waterfall coming into the next pool. So I think it makes the most sense to stay center here, right? I mean, always be conscious of your shadow, because if it's gonna cast on something, I want it to cast in the middle and not right where I'm gonna be casting. See nothing on the right. So now I can start moving more to the left as I cast to the right, because now I don't have to worry about ruining that pocket with my shadow. Oh, yes! Yes! Oh! Is this the most fun I've had fishing all year? I don't know. I mean, I'm feeling zealous right now, guys. This is crazy. This is my first time fishing with Kebari this year, though, 2025. Oh, yeah, dude. This has some really cool spots on it, though. Wait till I kind of get it to... Alright, I don't know why. So for some reason, I just assumed that, my GoPro was off the entire time. But one thing I love about Bonneville cuts, my hands are still wet, by the way. See if I can show you, but when they kind of get these naked spots on them, like that, I love that. You know, you get a couple on the cheeks there. That is so cool. There you go, buddy. Yeah. And look how much my shadow is casting, though. Like, that's wild. I mean, I feel like I can get another cast on that right side, and then now I have to figure out how to get to that furthest run. And I'll show you guys as I kind of get up there what I think I'll do. I'll make another note here as we're kind of trucking along regarding that rod weight. So I was talking about how I feel like this rod likes a little bit of weight to it. And when I see that, also note that I am fishing a Kebari, and I'm fishing a dragon tail Kebari, and dragon tail Kebaris are large, like probably larger than the average Kebari probably is. I don't know. I haven't, oh, that must have been my truck, because he just freaking splashed out of the water over here on the left. Anyway, yeah, I mean, these Kebaris are not small. I mean, I'm gonna take a wild guess. I'll probably do the research when I get home if I remember, but they seem like size 12 to 14. So it's like, you know, when these are working, so are hoppers probably. If you like to bow and arrow cast though, and you're worried about like how a rod casts, nice. Really, a bow and arrow cast can be done by any tenkara rod, like even the worst ones. So don't ever worry about whether or not it's gonna do that. I mean, somebody might disagree with me. Obviously, you gotta have a little bit more experience with soft action rods. So really, really soft can be tricky. All right, guys. Heck yes. Thanks, buddy. Oh, making my day over here. Let's just move on to the next one. Bonneville Cuts. Many of you probably know this as you're watching. I mean, if you learn something about the shadow placement, that's cool. I'm super happy I could help you. But obviously, if you're a regular fisherman, that might be obvious info. But I think sometimes talking about it out loud helps me. Like, it's just nice to be situationally aware. And sometimes I can do that by multitasking, which is hilarious because my wife could probably tell you that I'm not a good multitasker. I feel like right where this middle seam meets the calm is where I'm gonna hook up. That was a bump, 100%. Oh! He hook set me. That was crazy. Man, they're just... so here's the thing, guys. I think the spawn is over because they're acting like they're starving. I mean, I just like didn't even have a chance. Oh, that was a bump again. There might be more than one fish. That's why I'm kind of overworking it now. All right, let's try the left side. There's some shrubbery on the left here, so I gotta be kind of careful about that. Dude, I'm having a freaking blast over here, guys. This is awesome. All right, last cast. That's not where I wanted my last cast to go though, so last cast. Oh, no. Dude, he hit it like as it touched the water, possibly even a microsecond before that. Somebody get these fish a meal, man. Dude, why? Yes. Oh my gosh. Oh. By the way, I'm in my new waders by Paramount Outdoors. I've been collabing with them, working on getting the hours in before I get a full length review in. These are awesome, guys. Awesome, awesome. Oh. Well, gosh dang. There we go. Dude. I mean, I have to be, what, 6 fish now? I've been fishing for 45 minutes. I mean, I could have had more. It's just wild to me. All right, I'm gonna bow and arrow cast right where the stump is. Yes! Word, bro. Oh, it's a good one. Oh, where'd you go? Where'd you go? You're going around me. That's fine. Better in front than behind. Look at that. It's got a good little arc to it. Oh, I saw him actually just do like a full 360 for that fly. Oh, sick. This fish is at the 6 and the 5, so 11 inches. Show you. Hands are soaking wet. Look at that. You can see cutthroat color so much better in the shade, but go right here behind this rock. There he goes, back in his run. Oh man, and this water is so nice and cool today. How fun. All right, well, there's 1000% gonna be a fish here. The question is where. They might be just like right as the sticks kind of hover over. I'm guessing somebody has fished here recently though. I can see some fresh boot prints. Maybe somebody fished Saturday. Sunday currently right now. Sunday fun day. Oh, no, 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 no. Oh, sorry, buddy. Whew. Have to pull you off the ground. This is wild. This cutthroat has some insanely beautiful colors to it though. All right, buddy, you're right in that little pocket. All right, well, now I'm satisfied that I caught a fish out of there. Man, I've been itching and jonesing for this, guys. Like, I mean, I've been producing videos this year, but not at the capacity that I want to for tenkara, and it's just, the runoff time is, it's so just tricky and situational, and it just feels like it's all coming together now. And I kind of want to see if I could really get into some other wild fish, like wild browns and rainbows. I love cutthroat, but All right, there we go. Hands were wet. Sometimes I do want to produce, you know, the most variety that I possibly can. So I don't know, like, you guys tell me, do you prefer seeing cutthroat trout? Do you just like love a certain species over another? Like, I know a lot of fly anglers just love brown trout, you know, and I don't have a lot of brown trout content. Let me know. Comment below and say if you want to see more brook trout, you want to see more, you know, maybe you want to see cutthroat, but not Bonnevilles every time, and Colorado River cutthroat. I don't know. So I really do love feedback. So all right, so here's the situation. Oh, we just spooked a couple upstream. So here's a couple where, yeah, and I was like right almost parallel with them. So what's tricky is I have a decision to make, because I could see a trout being on the left, right, and middle. It almost seems like the right side is most likely where they're gonna be, right? I mean, bugs could be dropping off of those leaves, but they could be just like basking in the sun on the left too. So you just never really know. So I will take the risk, move left. Yeah, that's the right decision. Look, my shadow's casting on the mountain anyway. There's literally a trout right in the middle. I mean, he knows I'm here. There's two. Oh. Oh, he took it twice. That was a big one. No. Dude, that was probably at least another 12-incher. And he took it twice. Wild. There's no way. No way I'm catching him again. Dude, I think that's the same fish. Oh, yeah, dude, like, these are the perfect size fish for this rod. Like these, like 10 to 12 inchers. Oh, that was a good bite. Come on, come on. There we go. Dang, yep. Dude, that is definitely the same fish. How did I get 3 attempts? That's gotta be, I don't know, he's fat though, dude. That's awesome. All right, well, she slipped out of my hands. But dude, I'm having a blast out here, guys. I mean, new creek, tons of fish. Ah, does it get better than this? Man. Yeah, I'm having a blast. I heard a car drive up on the dirt road here. So I'm trying to be like, I don't know, like I want to go up and fish another section of this creek, but I also don't want to like leave this one behind and somebody else takes it. I don't think a lot of people are coming up this way, but all right, guys. Well, I do think that's going to conclude this video. Yeah, dude, that was fun. I do miss fishing with the Kebari, so that was refreshing and rewarding. And I don't think I'm done. I think the creek's about to get a little bit tighter, so I am gonna continue on, but for a separate video for a separate day. So let's kind of talk about the Ansel from Keiryu Rod Co. So As you probably saw in multiple cases, the fast action is very rewarding. I do actually love that. I prefer faster actions to softer actions just because they're universal. You know what I mean? Like, you can throw a dry fly on a faster action, but you know, if you need to throw a nymph or something on there, well, it's going to be more complementary to that as well. Now, when I say dry flies, I would say, like, if you're fishing hoppers, like a hopper dropper setup, this would be an outstanding rod for that. Like, big flies would probably be something that I would recommend. I started with like a small size, I think 16, maybe 14, bluing olive. I'm pretty sure it was a 16. It was pretty small. And although I was able to get a couple good drifts and casts and maybe a take, it just wasn't flawless. And I was really kind of feeling the lag on that. All of a sudden I throw this dragon tail, pheasant tail Kebari on there, and it felt a lot more natural, you know, and that's still pretty light compared to obviously a nymph. So if I were to throw some beaded nymphs on there, that would have been perfect. In fact, the very first fish that I caught in the video, the one with the rainbow trout, that would have been probably textbook, I think, for a rod like this. Now, with that being said, you know, as you add more weight, so should the fish. The fish should add more weight to your rod as well. So I'd say like a 10 to 12 inch trout is really the sweet spot for this. I'm absolutely confident I could land a 15, 16, maybe even 17 inch trout on this. But unless you're fishing deep pockets, you can see that a lot of the little fish were just kind of flying out. So, you know, those juvenile trout, like I think if I were in deep pockets, that fast action hook set would have been flawless because it would have just pulled them up to the surface and I would have been able to net them. But where there wasn't already a lot of deep water to begin with, I mean, it just kind of yanked them right out, right? So something to be conscious of. I'm not saying that's a bad thing about the rod, but, you know, some people are, you know, min-maxing their trout behavior patterns and, you know, just kind of their handlings and etiquettes and things like that. But overall, guys, I'm actually very impressed with this rod, and I definitely would recommend it for someone that kind of is looking for, you know, nymphing criteria and stuff. And I think that really kind of goes to show that Keiryu Rod Co. is kind of that true Keiryu company. I think they really do want you to, I feel like they really are building their rods for more contact nymphing and those situations. But overall, guys, no complaints here. So if you like what you see, please subscribe. I do post some pictures from these adventures on Instagram and Facebook, and I try to do some exclusive content on Facebook. It's free, but give me a follow on Skiddy Fishing there as well. But you guys rock. I really appreciate the heck out of you guys. You guys have been so nice and so supportive, and it's just like, it's just beginning the summer here, and this is a rod I definitely gonna hang on to and grind more hours on. I love it for just like those situations where I really do need to kind of get deep and deep fast. So anyway, let me know if you guys have any questions. If I didn't answer a question that you're specifically looking for, let me know. This was a collab with Keiryu Rod Co. They are aware that I'm making this video, and I can't say enough nice things about them. I feel like their more tenkara approach is definitely more my cup of tea compared to their, you know, conventional longer Keiryu rods, but perhaps you'll see some new content coming with those as well. So anyway, appreciate you guys. We'll see you on the next adventure. Tie lines, everyone.